welcome to the new video. I really like how my ears match my jumper. I love this color with ginger hair. I feel so Disney, and we're gonna talk about Disney and Disney hotels. So you're probably new on this channel. Hello, I'm Sue, and I run this channel with our little family. We love traveling, we love Disney, we love renovations, maybe not so much renovations, but today I wanted to talk about Disney hotels because we're planning more Disney trips this year, and I've been looking at a lot of more budget-friendly trips. So we're talking Disneyland Paris. We've been twice last year, and both times we've stayed in the Disney hotels on the grounds, and it was a very last-minute decision. We bought the trip like a month before. I am such a sucker for a full experience. Like, I just want to stay on the grounds, and we went to Legoland like 5 years ago. We didn't stay in a Legoland hotel. That was fine, but now I got in my head that I want to stay in one. I just want the experience and stuff. And with Disney, there's so many perks that I personally think they're perks. So that's what I want to speak about today. So this is going to be a very chatty video. I would love to hear what you're thinking. If you've been, if you've stayed, do you know any like budget friendly ways to stay? I've watched so many videos on budget Disney trips, and a lot of them are just not available for us because we live in Scotland. So we can't just take the Eurotunnel, and go. It's everything, like the whole drive-in and Eurotunnel would probably end up costing way more. It would be a lot of time. Me and my kids are car sick. It's just so much easier, I think, and more money and health efficient just to fly and not lose that day, because we would have to drive for like 18 hours, I think, to even get to the Eurotunnel and then to Disney. It just makes no sense for us. You can actually get really good tickets, but I'm not talking about plane right now, okay? We're talking hotels. And both times, January and August, I have booked directly through Disneyland Paris website. I've not used any middleman. I did look, but to be honest, I don't really see any deals. Prices seem to be very similar. I don't know if you get any other perks. Maybe sometimes you get a longer time to kind of pay off a trip if you're doing installments. But as I said, we've done it twice and it was a very last minute decision. Both trips costed around £2,000, and both times we went for 3 nights and 4 days. And a very important thing with the prices is that there's 2 adults and 2 children in our family. So this is the price for a family of 4. Right now, when I'm recording it, our daughter actually turned 12, so she's now going to be classified as an adult. So everything's going to be more expensive, but I am showing you the prices when she was still 11 because it just makes more sense, right? So as I said, we're planning more trips. An absolute dream would be Orlando. We'll see if we can make that happen. But I am quite content with Paris as well. We just love it. We're such a Disney family. We just love the whole atmosphere and everything. So I am also a massive window shopper online, and I always have a tab open with holidays or Disney parks. And I have been watching a lot of budget videos. And obviously in them, people say Eurotunnel, bring your own snacks. And the biggest one is don't stay on the ground, stay in Airbnb and hotels. It's so much cheaper. And I don't know if I'm going crazy or what, but I just don't see it as a cheaper option. And I'm going to show you that today. Okay. We're going to look at that because there is maybe not a huge amount of perks, but if you are going with children, getting up in the morning can be stressful. We did very intense Disney days, waking up, making it for the magic hour. We also had the breakfast plan in our booking because I find it just so handy. I know a lot of people are saying you'll save a lot of money by just popping by McDonald's, Starbucks, get a muffin, coffee and go. However, as much as I could probably pull through on the muffin for most of the day, Darren wouldn't and my kids wouldn't. I really like when on holiday we can start off with a nice big breakfast and be ready for a day, and nobody's really crazy hungry till even dinner time. Snacks through the day are fine. So we were getting up really early, heading down for breakfast and still making it for that magic hour and really getting the most out of the park. And that is a massive thing for me if it comes to staying on Disney grounds, that you've got the magic hour. Everything's a walkable distance, and going back throughout the day is just so much easier, especially if you have younger children. Mine don't nap anymore. more at the age of 6 and 12. But if you've got kids that nap, it's just so much easier to walk back or even get the shuttle to your hotel. You're still on the grounds. You're still within 15 minutes of the whole action. No Ubers, no crazy travel. It's just so much more convenient. And I know you probably clicked on it and you're like, she's rambling on. Show us the prices. Show us what you're actually on about. So I am going to show you now why am I saying that it is worth to stay in a hotel, not just because of the theme and not because, oh, I'm on the grounds and that's cool, because it just makes sense financially. I have opened 2 windows based on my family of 4 for 4 days, 3 nights, because that's what we've done. And as you can see, I've picked August. It's just a random month I've picked. Obviously, as you go through the calendar, you can see different colors. You can see that the cheapest one would be this light teal color. So that's the cheapest times to go. Obviously, you can circle that, go for that. I just randomly picked August, thinking summer. So I had the 14th of August. So we've got the 4 days. We've got the 2 children, 2 adults, and I'm going to show you how much the tickets, just the tickets. So just for the tickets to both of the parks for 4 days, we would be £1,311. A lot of money for 4 days, right? But on top of that, you obviously have your hotel. So we actually, before I get to the Disney hotel, we have stayed in one of the hotels that a lot of people going to Disneyland stay at. It's very close by. It's quite nice. I didn't do much research. We just needed a hotel for a night before because, you know, paying for Disney, we would lose a whole day. I didn't want to do that. So I was like, let's just stay in a hotel nearby. And in the morning, we'll make our way to the park. So we stayed in the Best Western, which I've got a video about it on a channel as well. And I've put the same dates here. And don't get me wrong, hotel is lovely. It's such a nice hotel. You can see it on pictures here, just outside, just the decor, the whole birdie theme. Lovely. But for the 3 nights, for 4 of us, we would be, well, this is with breakfast. So let's look here, £491. Not bad, you might think. You know, a lot of places charge so much more. The rooms are very little and we did have to Uber and that Uber costed, right? There was no shuttle from what I'm aware. We actually spoke to the other family that was there who later on actually regretted not staying on the grounds because the Uber costs, the taxi costs add up. And you have to remember that. And I know some hotels have the shuttle, but you have to remember about like the distance as well and all that. So that's around £500. And then we've got the tickets, you know, again, approaching that £2,000 mark. So if we just put the same dates on the Disneyland Paris website with the hotel, we've got our choices. Obviously, the newly opened Disneyland hotel, you know, you're looking at £4,274, like, obviously so much better to stay in a different hotel, right? And then kind of same goes for the Marvel. Newport, we've stayed in Newport and you can see the price is so much more affordable. Around £180 the difference to stay on the grounds in the Newport, which is like a nautical Mickey Mouse theme hotel. A really lovely hotel. And again, I spoke about it in our video. It's gorgeous. I love their buffet because we don't eat meat, we eat fish and it's all fish buffet. I absolutely love it. We never used the pool. Outdoors was closed when we went because it was January. Indoor we never used because we just wanted the parks. We've not been there much. We've slept there and it's a beautiful hotel. And as you can see, this is already worth it. Already, like, because when you book through Disney, you mainly pay for the hotel and then they just throw the tickets. So it's not like you would have to pay this and the tickets. This is already with the tickets and it's already worth it. But we can get it cheaper, right? So we scroll down. We've got Disney Sequoia, £90 cheaper than Newport. I've never been to that one. I want to go to that one, but I've seen that they are going to renovate it, so I'll probably wait for that. And then we've got the one we stayed at, which was Cheyenne, which personally preferred it over Newport. Way more theme. It's so much more fun. It was just so much more fun. And as you can see, we're talking £30 the difference. 3 nights, 4 days, 1,340 versus 1,311. So for £30, you're in a hotel. And again, the way it works is you're paying for the hotel, the tickets get kind of thrown in. But I just don't see why would you stay off the side. If we go down, you would think that Santa Fe being 2 stars, not 3 like Cheyenne, you would be cheaper, but actually it's more expensive here. See how that's more expensive? That's funny. You need to look at the calendar, the days, every hotel, depending on the month, on the days, on how many of yous there are. It's all different. So you have to just play around. You also have the Davy Crockett Ranch. That's not necessarily walking distance on the grounds. And as you can see, it's more expensive. And then you've got this one, which that's not on the grounds at all. But yeah, I just don't see why would you pay so much more to be off the side, not have the magic hour, not be in the center of everything. It's just so much easier to be on the grounds. And I feel like so many people say that it's so much more budget friendly to just stay off site and buy tickets. Unless somebody's getting a crazy deal on tickets. I don't know how. I don't know why would you. And something else worth mentioning, if you've got a Disney annual pass, yes, it's very hard to book a hotel. From what I've heard, it's very awkward. You can usually just buy it in this package with tickets. If you have the pass, you have to phone, request, it ends up being very expensive. So I get if you have an annual pass, I feel you wouldn't stay. But if you're like me and you don't live just a thrown stone away and, you know, you want to be in the action, be able to come back to your room, be immersed in that Disney bubble, which both hotels amazing, but Cheyenne, we really felt in that bubble. Like it was just amazing. It was just absolutely lovely. And it just makes so much more sense. If anybody tells you that it's cheaper to stay offsite and just buy the tickets here, unless I'm saying, you know, if you find tickets somewhere cheaper, I don't know how that works, but maybe you can. But I feel like it's just worth it because you're just so much closer. You're not wasting time. This is something that is very important for us on trips, to not waste time. I know a lot of people have the mentality of, I can always go back to a certain country, but we feel like, what if we don't? Well, you know, the world's so big and we always get the max out of our day. So we don't want to waste any time. And being so close, we were able to come back to a room twice a day to, I don't know, change our socks, I don't know, change clothing if it was raining, just do anything. It wasn't a big deal of taking a train or a taxi or whatever. And again, that comes from a family of 4. We have become quite comfortable on our holidays. So many times I'm like window shopping online and I just couldn't understand why people are staying in Airbnbs that then they have to like taxi from, when it's the same price to be on the actual Disney grounds with the magic hour and everything. And for us, if anybody's asking, the breakfast buffet is really worth it. That was the only meal plan we did. We didn't do the rest of it. We just did the breakfast. It gives you an amazing start to a day. The kids can, you know, have full bellies and nobody's gonna like feel sick throughout the day. And then you just pick up a snack. And I mean, dinner can be McDonald's if you want to save more money, but it is really worth it in the morning. You can always sneak a few cookies in your bag as well for later on. And I just find it a good start to a day. A magic hour, being on the grounds. I hate arguing with kids in the morning, you know, to be faster because we have to go somewhere. And it was stressful enough being in a Disney hotel and being like, we have to make it to a shuttle. And then we wouldn't make it to a shuttle and we would walk, which not a big deal. But, you know, sometimes my kids would not want to walk at 7 in the morning. Let me know if you've been to Disneyland Paris. Let me know your thoughts about hotels versus no hotels. Like, because I really struggle to see why people stay out of the park if they're buying tickets through Disney at that price, because it's a no-brainer to me. There's no any different hidden charges, and it's just worth it. It's really worth it. And as I say, play around with the calendar. That's what I'm doing right now. I really want to go for Halloween season. But with us, it's not obviously just the price of the hotel and the tickets. It is also the plane. And the plane tends to cost us about £1,000. Doesn't matter where we go. We're about £1,000 for 4 of us. So I am really hoping to make that happen though and find some kind of good deal or whatever. So if you have any tips on traveling cheap from Scotland to Paris, let me know. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Please let me know what you're thinking. I'm just telling you my experience and what I think. And I know that a lot of people, by typing budget stays and holidays in Paris, will see all those budget videos saying do not stay on the grounds, but shop around. Don't just look at videos. Look yourself at all the websites and find the best deal for yourself. So that'll be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you've not done so yet. Follow us on Instagram and I'll see you real soon. Bye.